And with that, welcome to Explorers of the Spirit version 1.0. It is finally completely released, and we're going to get right into the new content. We actually held off the Alga. Somehow we did, but this likely won't last for long. We need to keep moving. Without the Alga present at Temporal Tower, it's even more imperative that we reach its peak. Grovile, there you are. Celebi, what are you doing here? You have a sick sense of humor, Grovile. Do you know that? You told me that you would find your way back as soon as possible. Instead, it seems that I've interrupted a whole new adventure of yours. Do you have any idea how long you've been gone? I've been getting worried sick. Celebi, we really need to... And based on how the Alga looks right now, I know that you weren't looking for a way to come back. Grovile, what are you doing? Celebi, things quickly became complicated after I traveled through the passage of time. The flow of time is almost certainly in danger. Again. I need to continue moving forward. I can't just stop now. Grovile, do you hear what you're saying? We need to return to the future. Even if it's just for you to explain the rest of this story to me. You need some time away from this place. In the meantime, these two can handle whatever the world throws at them. You know that, Grovile. Don't you trust them to be left alone for a moment? You can count on us. Go and talk to Celebi, Grovile. We can handle Darkrai. You're right, you can. And if I fail to return here in time, you must. Very well then. Let's make this quick. That's as good as I'll get from you, isn't it, Grovile? Good luck, Argonian and Charmander. Now, back to the passage of time. I think this was updated from the ending of the last time. And that just leaves us two. Celebi recognized us. That must mean that she helped the other Argonian and Charmander too. But what she said about us was still right. We have been through a lot, there's no question about that. Let's hurry back to the Rainbow Stone Ship. Yes. Chapter 20. What is the Spirit? Here it is. Charmander placed the relic fragment in the hollow spot. It moved! It moved! It's getting louder. It's about to move. Let's get on it. Let's go on it. Quick. Hey, look at that. We're high enough that we can see Temporal Tower again. We're really on our way. Those red clouds are still there. And it's all because of my spirit. But the tower needs to stay up long enough for us to stop Darkrai. After all of the tricks, all of the mind games, all of the careful planning from Darkrai, it's probably not a good idea for us to keep moving towards this tower just to expect. But we have to. There's no other choice, and Darkrai knows that. Hey, Argonian. I know that Darkrai probably has something planned for us, but we already knew that a long time ago. So, if you're starting to doubt yourself, well, you shouldn't. Right. Are you ready? I guess so. Let's have a quick look at inventory. It's been quite a time since I've played this amazing game, so I do have to reorganize a few things. Okay, wait. I have Skype of Remax Elixir, okay. I should take more stuff with me, theoretically. I mean, I don't really have much, a lot of orbs in itself, which is unfortunate. Or a lot of useful orbs, I should say. I think I'm actually going to take the Reviver Seeds with me, because I don't really have any other choice. I have one Stun Seed and one Wild Seed and one X Seed. That should also do a good trick. Yeah. And I do not have any orange berries. But I do have a citrus berry, so I guess that would work. Well, off we go to Temporal Tower. Do have to take a quick look, and that should all work out great. Yep. So much too will work out great. Huh. It did actually work. What the fuck? I mean, as an electric type, nose pass sure is annoying. Yeah. Okay. Oh, never mind, it's not nose pad, it's probo pass. I'm stupid. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Okay, it just spams Iron Defense good. Oh, well, maybe not so good, but still got it. I do wonder though how long this whole dungeon is again. If it's still like the, I think it was 10 floors in the original. Or if it is, has gotten longer. Okay, and this genuinely could be a problem, so... Yes, it would have killed. And this did kill. Okay, and wasted one of my revival seeds. Perfect. Naja. Okay, this thing just decides to kill itself. Great. I really do hope that at least in the higher part of Temple Tower there will be some seeds I can use. Why now isn't Charmander attacking? Well, anyways, let's just continue. Okay, that was... that was close. Yeah. I don't think I would have survived the bullet punch. Huh. I think Charmander could handle this on its own. If you would not use Slash, what the fuck? How about Fire Thing? It only does 6 damage. Okay. I genuinely did not expect it to only do 6 damage. And now it's missing. Perfect. So that means I already wasted 2 of my revival seeds. Nice. Okay, it does continue beyond floor 10. Level 43, nice, nice. And this is not good. I'm going to do that and take another road, actually. I can't. Well, that is very unfortunate now. Please do not attack me, thank you. Oh no, other way around, so like this. And then like this. So yeah, that was about it with my reviver seeds. Are you fucking kidding me? How many more? Yeah. Get away from here. Perfect. Oh, I forgot. Okay, this floor is surprisingly stressful. Yeah. I hope flamethrower damage does not reflect. No, it does not. But it would be amazing if you hit. Thank you. Alright. Floor 12. Are you still locked in smoke screen, or what is your plan right here? No, you're not locked in smoke screen, you just keep on using it. Okay. I don't know why, but I guess it's fine. Could you please, like, not... Okay, now you can only smoke screen the... use agility. And I'm not dead yet, but he's out of smoke screens. This is a very shitty situation. Can I just hope that I kill it now? And I do. Okay, I have to be a bit careful around here, but that does seem like a good pair of stairs. Floor 14. And I'm actually just going to leave. Floor number 15. I mean, technically speaking, I do not want to waste a max elixir, but I have 4 on me, so I guess that's completely irrelevant. Okay, and I'm also going to use an max elixir on Charmer now. I ain't dealing with that without max elixir. It isn't locked in the smoke screen, is it? No. Okay, but I will move up here. Okay, well it spams iron defense. Okay, this one is down. Good, 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 good. And stairs. And it continues beyond. Okay. Why did you just decide to... I genuinely do not know what Termina's plan right now was. Okay, but it's... everything is dead in the room. Okay, and another faux fear will probably save my life in the end. Floor 18. Okay, good. I don't know why, but the AI seems much more intelligent than I remember with the smoke screen. Floor 19. I mean, I see stairs. I see them. And there's an aggron behind me. Could you please not die instantly? Thank you. Floor 20. Whew. Okay, paralyze was a very good thing. This, on the other hand, is not a good thing. Definitely not. You know what, I'm going to turn... No. Okay, we are back on floor number 20 with quite a few more items this time actually. So I did not die as much on the way up here as I did that time before, which is good, I'd say. Oh, and it does continue beyond 20. That's interesting. 22. Unfortunately do not have good things, but I can use one ordinary, I guess, to not die. I'll use smoke screen anyways. Okay, and I'm out of moves, apparently. And I died. Perfect. Zero idea how I made it up here without dying. Okay. So I guess dungeon will be 25 long then? I guess. Because, you know, would make sense. It definitely is quite a lot longer than the normal dungeon. Yeah, 25. We are at a midway point at least. Only lost one reviver seed so far. Meanwhile, because of this, Darkrai is almost certainly attempting to cause the destruction of Temple Tower. Celebi, I once again, English is a very hard language. Once I began to realize exactly what was happening in the past, I knew that I would be delaying my return to you, but I realized that my work was not quite done yet. And Celebi, it still isn't. I must continue to fight to prove my existence and save our future. Grovyle, what are you talking about? Proving your existence, saving our future? You did that already! We're in the future right now! Search around, Grovyle. Does it look like the planet has been paralyzed to you? Well, to this point, it certainly... Yep. Grovyle, don't you remember the reason why you needed to return to the past in order to save the world? Without any intervention from us, Pokemon of the future, Temple Tower was always doomed to be destroyed. If left uninterrupted, the Pokemon of the past would have never been able to stop the tower's collapse, which is why you needed to collect the time gears. But now that we're in another timeline as you've described, the planet is no longer destined to be paralyzed. Even if we make no changes to ensure the safety of Temple Tower, we know that it will never collapse. Am I getting through to you yet? It does make sense, though. That's it, Celebi. What if my decision to return to the past has actually altered the course of this world? What if my intervention allowed Darkrai the opportunity to paralyze the planet? That's true, we don't have much time to waste. Do you remember the reason why, after reappearing in this world, you wanted to return to the past? You told me that you need closure, that you needed some finality to your journey to save Temple Tower. But I don't think that's what you want at all. You just said that as soon as you returned to the past, you traveled to Treeshroud Forest, then spoke to Azelf. But at that point, you had no reason to. The world was already saved. And, most importantly, it has nothing to do with finding Argonian. The only reason why you would do that is if you really wanted to start another lengthy journey to save the world. But, again, Grovyle, this world has already been saved from the planet's paralysis. And I think that a part of you already knew that. Sometimes I just don't understand you. Grovyle, we struggled for so long in the order to prevent Temple Tower's collapse. And as soon as we finally succeed, as soon as we're able to enjoy the sunrise in the full vibrance of the world, you want to do all of that again? When there was no need to. You wanted to retrace your steps from your visits to Treeshroud Forest all the way to the Rainbow Stone Ship. Again. That's... Grovyle. The past will be fine without you. We've done our part to protect the world, and now it's up to Argonian and Charmander to do their part. Even if you never return to the past, that would still be the case. It's okay for you to move on from your time in the past, and to start to live in the new day. Okay, Temporal Spire Radius. I do wonder if Temporal Spire is longer as well, Because I think in the original, the second part of Temple Tower was like 6 floors? If I remember correctly. Okay, but I ain't dealing with that room. Got a heal seed and a petrify orb though. Which is nice. And the enemies do appear to be stronger actually. At least more resistant. It would be amazing if it would just use, I don't know, flamethrower. But I guess that would have been too easy. Okay. Ah, okay, it did kill it. For a second I thought it's gonna die for sure. Okay, next stairs will tell me if this dungeon is longer or not. And I actually seem to have a full bag. So why not use something? To completely avoid damage here, for fear of his... I'm lying on the ground there anyways. This thing just explodes. Yeah. Not that amazing, to be honest. Okay, good. We've got another slumber orb, and it is longer. And was it 10 floors? I don't know. Yeah, this was not so intelligent, to be honest. I think I can get rid of the plain seats, though. Yep. And we're through. Temporal Pinnacle. I think that is it. We reached the top. Let's do this, Argonian. I'm glad you finally arrived. Though I must say, I didn't expect the Charmander to come here with you. And where's that Groval we met? He's not here. I don't know what you have planned for us, Dakre, but we won't let you destroy this tower. Is that what you think this is about? Considering that I have been waiting at top Temple Tower for some time now and have yet to encounter Dialga, I can only assume that he must have paid you a visit, one in which you assumed the upper hand. If that is the case, then you know as well as I that both of us continuing to exist in this world is a threat to this tower, and by effect, time itself. This tower has clearly deteriorated and is currently surrounded by ominous clouds, but all is not lost. Just observe the structure behind me. Temple Tower's time gears are still secured in place. As long as we're able to solve the task at hand, those time gears should be able to preserve the tower's structural integrity. Okay, so Darkrai is trying to hold it up now? What? Why do you care about that? Well, I care about it for the same reason that you too do. Temple Tower's collapse would be disastrous. You see, Argonian, this is the very moment that we've been working towards. And this collapse would serve to undo all of our hard work. What? After Cresselia began to chase me to all world's end, it became clear to me that that this world was one of Cresselia's desires. But that's not the natural ebb and flow of the world. That's just her asserting her control. Once I finally realized this fact, I concluded that my only logical counter to this was to reclaim control and create my own world. For a long time I thought of possible ways to achieve this goal, but most forms of physically creating a new world involve distortion of time or space, which means interfering in the domains of Palkia and Dialga, which normally isn't advised. Then it occurred to me. I had the capacity to create a new world through engulfing this existing world in sleep. My domain of control. The main factor preventing this, of course, was Cresselia. Not long after Argonian, I sensed your spirit in Treasure Town, and it occurred to me that this was no coincidence. As illustrated in your final memory, you retreated into a dimensional hole without knowledge of your destination, because you were aware that you would appear in a time in which another Darkrai exists, leading to this plan's execution. Your existence was instrumental in leading Cresselia to her ultimate fate, as well as ensuring Dialga's absence at this point. Now that you have reached the top of this tower, it's finally time for the final part of our plan. With Cresselia gone, I've been able to gradually increase my dream influence over the world while remaining mostly undetected. But the final potential indicator of this plan that remains is the destruction of Temple Tower. An event calamitous enough that my name is sure to be on the short list of suspects for such an act. Argonian, you must complete your journey, preventing this collapse, by returning to your original time. What the fuck is happening? Okay, Temple Tower's connection to time allows me to create a passage of time here, allowing controlled transfer between timelines. Argonian, this is why you needed to meet me at top Temple Tower. So I guess we are just pushing timelines now? To return to a world that lacks the spirit of Darkrai, and prevent the disruption of time in the process. This is ridiculous. I'm not doing that. Going through that dimensional hole wouldn't save the world. It would just let you end the world in a different way. Why don't you go through that hole and leave us alone? It's unfortunate you understand so little. You lack perspective, reason, and still haven't accepted who you truly are. But I knew that you would respond this way. After all, I know your true self better than anyone else. You're wrong. You don't know who I am. I don't give in to my primal instincts anymore. That's just part of who I am. Oh really? You don't follow your aura any longer, is that it? As much as you may think that things have changed after our encounter inside the dream world, you still found yourself atop Temple Tower. Argonian, you have followed every last step that I calculated for you. With Cresselia out of the picture, my next objective was to ensure that you became the ideal version of yourself, speeding up the inevitable process of gaining ire for this world that rejects your true self. And in the process, gaining a greater connection with your aura. You haven't lost sight of that connection, Argonian, not at all. Your refined aggression and lust for control has only been redirected towards me. And I'm just a morally compatible target for your sane, comfortable behavior. But, Argonian, there's no reason to be afraid of this revelation. When you travel through that dimensional hole, this deep connection between your spirit and your aura is exactly what you wanted me to refine. I'm sure of it. After all, no matter your appearance, stated name, or memories, that connection is what truly makes us Darkrai. Unfortunately, in order to gain your cooperation, it seems that I will need to convert you into one of my sleepwalkers. At which point you will enter this dimensional hole, and with your enhanced aura guiding your decision making, you will become a greater Darkrai than ever before. Sleepwalker? What do you mean? What do you think? That you can just control Argonian's mind? Don't you get it? We're not listening to anything you say, Darkrai. Are we? Oh, you still don't realize. Charmander. Any sleeping Pokemon can be coerced? I've never heard that word, I'm very sorry. Into action giving enough time and effort. Though the body may be fully awake, the mind still remains asleep. Let me show you an example. Oh, what? Giratina was under your control this whole time. That means that Brenum being taken from us was all you're doing? Ah, that explains it. Giratina here was ordered to strike once the pattern at Brine Cave was activated. I assumed that this would relieve us of the noisy Charmander during your encounter, but it seems that I failed to account for a Breloom. That's too bad for you. How did you know that we would make it here through Brine Cave? Lapras told us that the mystery of Brine Cave has been kept almost completely secret over the years. In fact, there's a lot of things that you shouldn't know. Is it really all looking through everyone's dreams? Unfortunately, even in the dream world, I can't consciously exist in all places at once. Which is why I needed to rely on the service of some others. Huh? I could have sworn that something just touched me. Oh! Lady Weavile, our Invisify orb, has worn off. We don't need that anymore. We're here and now it's our time. Weavile, you really have been working with Darkrai? But why? How could you? It isn't always about you, Town Dwellers. In my search for adequate support, I requested the help of Team AWD, not only due to their skill, but their beliefs as well. As you already know, Team AWV has been rejected from this world by the powers that be, much like I was rejected. In exchange for Weavile's valuable fieldwork providing me all the information that I so desire, I've offered Team AWD the privilege of helping me run this new world. Weavile, are you crazy? Do you really believe what Darkrai told you? You aren't fighting for the same thing, you truly care about others. Darkrai's just an egomaniac. I doubt that he would even hold up their end of the deal. What are you doing? You'd better watch your mouth around, Lady Weavile. You could have never understand how rotten to the core that this world is. The fact is, risky or not, Darkrai's the only chance that we have to tear this world, this whole thing down and start again. That's the only way that Pokemon like us will find some justice. And that's right, Drapion. It seems that you all need to work out your differences. In that case, I'll leave you to it. But don't worry, Argonian. If you choose to fight, as you always do, rather than surrender in grace, I will still be here to pick up the pieces. Huh. Argonian, what are we going to do? We need to stop Darkrai and figure out how to save the tower, but fighting not only Giratina, but Team AWD too? At the same time? How are we ever going to win? I don't know, but Arbok just talked about using an Invisify orb at this very spot. Maybe that means that we can use orbs as well. Oh, yeah! Alright, let's go, Argonian. Huh. That is definitely interesting. At least I can easily set up now. Do I have any items I want to throw at someone? Vile Seed for the Giratina. Besides that, not really. Okay, Flamethrower is very, very effective. That's good. Okay, that is one down. Time to go for Drapion. I mean, I can see why orbs are normally, like, not allowed in boss fights. Because, I mean, look at this. Oh, and I can give myself the scope lens back. Then I can sit here, relax, and... You know what? I will actually keep the Vile Seed. I don't know if this is really the end. Wait, I have Crunch. Why am I using... well... Okay, I don't know about the damage output, but... I mean, it's burned, so it's definitely lowered. And you can stop using Smoke Screen. Fire Fang should actually do more damage now. Oh, okay, that did also do it as well. Why did they stop fighting? That's enough, Giratina. Weavile, I can't help but notice that you ordered your team to stand back after such a short time. I've seen you in battle before, and you've clearly been holding back during this encounter. So, we're on the same page then. There's no reason to truly attempt to deal with those two until the orbs are taken away. Are you ready for our change in scenery? I'll pass. Are you questioning our plans? We're not fighting those two anymore, and we're done working for you. What? Lady Weavile, what are you saying? Listen to the rest of your team, Weavile. Do you really find it wise to turn your back on the soon-to-be leader of the world? Yep. Sorry, Darkrai. You shouldn't have trusted a thief to do your dirty work. I mean, she's right. An escape orb. You really think that you're clever, don't you? But it's no matter. You two are still coming with me. Giratina, now. Oh, I think I've seen this map background somewhere. There will be no more surprises, Argonian. You've no escape, and we're inside Giratina's domain. Whether you accept it or not, your true purpose will finally be fulfilled. Okay, let me think about this. So I can definitely paralyze one of them. Good. Okay, now we are back to Smoke Screen and Flamethrower for Giratina. Okay, 70 damage. Okay, that's quite a lot. No, other way around, just like this, and hit it. I mean, it does not make sense that the origin form is actually... I mean, it does make sense balancing-wise, then the land form takes less damage than the origin form, but... I mean, normally origin form is the, like, harder version. And how about you use Smoke Screen again? That sounds like a good idea. Huh. Ah, I thought exactly that. By the way, is this theme actually used in the game somewhere? Because I genuinely do not know. But as I've expected, I can now use the Wild Seed. Got it. Darkrai is down. Did we do it? Giratina has come back to senses? I guess. I warned you, Darkrai, the deplorable. I always receive my end of the deal, one way or another. But I no longer wish to bring a spirit like yours into the distortion world. It must enter another world and never come back. Did Giratina just literally took out Darkrai's spirit? What? I must thank you too for weakening Darkrai enough for me to escape the gasps. I overheard all that was said. Darkrai's spirit now exists in its correct time. Temple Tower should return to its former state soon. Darkrai is now nothing but an empty body. Without a spirit, they no longer have the ability to act upon the world. You're free from your prison inside the distortion world. I no longer want you there. Also, do not worry. I have removed Darkrai's spirit from this world. Goodbye. That's quite a good idea, actually. Okay. You two have met this Breedlum, correct? Yes, we know him. Breedlum injured himself as he entered the distortion world. I forced him to rest in order to heal more quickly. He explained your story to me. Darkrai's trap for me became apparent as soon as Giratina appeared. But I was not aware of the rest of your role in the scheme. The true depths that Darkrai will sink to never fail to amaze me. But now, Darkrai is just an empty, powerless husk. Without a spirit, they remain perpetually trapped inside what remains of the mind. And, existing atop this tower, no Pokemon that could make it here would ever claim this body with their own spirit. Perhaps it could happen if Darkrai was deserving of any sympathy, or even if any sane Pokemon were to tempt fate and risk Darkrai regaining control. But instead, here we stand. It seems that Darkrai's endless antics and antagonism have finally come crashing down around them. A fitting end. I no longer have any need for this. I believe that you should hold on to it. Huh? This is the odd Keystone. That's right. If you recognize the odd Keystone, you must know that the time to use it will eventually become key, Leon. Don't lose sight of it. Brilum will eventually need further assistance for his injury. I shall return him to your town. Farewell. I guess that's it. Temple Tower is going to return to normal. It looks like Brilum will be okay. And Darkrai can't bother us anymore. Can't believe it. Well then, let's start heading back to Lapras. Argonian? Did I forget something? We can't leave him here. Huh? If I understand Giratina and Cresselia right, Darkrai has no consciousness right now. But if someone surrendered their spirit, they could become the new consciousness for Darkrai's body. And share minds with what's left of Darkrai. Cresselia seems to think that nobody would ever do this, but I have a hard time believing that. Temple Tower clearly isn't as hard to reach as we were led to believe. Celebi, Darkrai and Giratina had no problems crossing the Sea of Time. And even for Pokemon like us, that would normally need the relic fragment, they could find a way to stay with someone that can get in. That's what Team AWD did. Between all the Pokemon in the world, in the past, present, future and any other timelines, do we really think that no Pokemon would ever try to take control of Darkrai's power? We can't let that happen. I mean, you're probably right, but what can we do about that? I'll be the one to surrender my spirit. What? What? What did you just say? Argonian, have you lost your mind? As long as part of Darkrai's mind exists, they're going to try to regain full control of themselves. I'm confident that almost any Pokemon that tries to take over will eventually lose to Darkrai's mind games, but not me. I know Darkrai too well to give into that now. But Argonian, I just don't understand. After all that time of you saying that you didn't want to be like Darkrai, you're going to literally turn into Darkrai. That makes no sense. That's not who you are. I thought that you knew that. But Charmander, that's exactly it. I am Darkrai. That much is true. And I don't want to be like that Darkrai over there. But I'm not. I'm my own Darkrai. One that doesn't want to blindly follow the aura. Even with the same spirit, we became different Pokemon. Darkrai thought that the best version of myself could only be achieved by following the same path. But there's some experiences that only I had. That's why we have different ideas of what the best version is. And I know how I can get that through. Argonian, you can. You can't, just go away. You might not be the same Pokemon after you do this. I don't want to. Argonian, I just can't imagine a world without you. If not for you, I don't think I ever would have learned to stand up for myself. Charmander, you're thinking of this the wrong way. You're the one that was there for me when I needed you the most. Even when you had all the reason in the world not to. You'll be fine. There's no way that I would have made it this far without you. Okay. If that's really what you want, Argonian, I trust you. I'm not sure how to do this. Do I just... Huh. That is, quite interesting. Why are you here? I became your new spirit before anyone else could. I'm giving you a chance at a new life. Is that what you call it? I know that you have no intention of surrendering yourself to my will. For someone that was attempting to tout the moral superiority over me, you desire control of this body as much as I. And yet, you still fully believe that you have decided to change yourself? Fool. You need to understand that free will does not exist. Your deviation from your destined path isn't a result of your choices. It's only because of your shrink self. Every decision that you think was independently made is only the result of the influence of others on your decision making. All sense of logic and purpose in your mind has been poisoned. You've succumbed to the will of that Argonian form from your past. One of your former enemies. Who cares? You made a very brash decision to attempt to control me, Argonian. But now, it's over for you. Wait. Please tell me this works. No. It does not. But I should still have orange berries or similar. I think I could just use take that, but to be honest, that's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool idea. I really like that. But yeah, seriously, very cool idea. And only one more remains. Only you. Gotcha. It was hard for me to grasp, but Argonian really was gone. When I saw Darkrai go through that portal, it was hard to tell exactly who that was. Was that Darkrai retreating to start another plan? Or was that Argonian knowing that they can just return to town? I'm not sure if I'll ever know, but I do know that at least a part of Argonian is in there somewhere. Argonian has always tried to figure out why they're in this world, ever since we first met. And I guess that this is what they decided. If anyone can keep Darkrai from doing something like this again, it's Argonian. Once I accepted that, I knew that I needed to make it back to the Rainbow Stone ship. Then Lapras, then back home, one step at a time. When I got back to the guild, I was surprised at how warm of a welcome everyone gave me. I know that it makes sense since Argonian and I were gone for so long, and especially since we succeeded. But I guess that I forgot about the guild rooting for us near the end there. We spent so much time in secrecy trying to avoid the guild altogether, and then that's how Cheddar treated us at first. For a while there, I just didn't think that I was one of them. That's something that Argonian and I had in common. But that feeling's gone away over time. There's a lot of great Pokemon in the guild that I never really got to know back then. That reminded me why I wanted to join the guild in the first place. That was a while ago at this point, but I still remember it vividly. You know, Sunflora gave me this diary and told me that I should start writing in it. But for a while, I didn't know what kind of things I'd ever want to write about. Right now, I'm next to an empty bed that used to belong to Argonian. Usually, thinking about that for too long makes me start to feel a bit lonely, but I think that this has helped clear my thoughts a bit. Charmander. The next morning. Oh, hi Charmander. Meryl, Azure. I almost walked right past you two. What are you up to this morning? Today's our big day. Azure wanted us to try to enter Wigglytuff's guild for a long time now. And now we're going for it. That's exciting. Good luck. I might have some spare time this morning before I start this job. I'll head over to the beach for a bit. Is the exploration team training really that hard? There are certain times when our training can become difficult. However, we have a new policy established for incoming apprentices. As long as you train with us and put in the work that we ask of you, you will not be set up to fail. That much I can personally promise. I get it, you two. But this Team AWD isn't the same as we found each other. And the rest of the world is on the other side. And just like that, we must say goodbye to all of the lovely Pokemon of Spinder's Cafe. Let's find that new recruit Morwile. What? There they go, moving on to bigger and better things. Good for them. I've probably taken along with them, Spinner, but we had different thoughts. I'm not fixing to go to a whole nother continent like they are. That's okay too. We still need to keep the survey team up and running. But to make that happen, we need to find some new Pokemon to go on explorations. For one, how about someone who should have tried to join the survey team a long time ago? Whoa, are you for real? Ain't no secret that you've got the skill to do it, Breloom. I sure won't say no. Standing on the beach when the bubbles are blowing. There's nothing quite like it. Let me take a look at that thing again. Yep, that sure does look like the stone that Spiritomb came out of. And Spiritomb is supposed to be a fusion of spirits. I can only assume that this odd Keystone has to be what causes that. Is that why Cresselia was carrying this around? To try to trap Darkrai inside the stone? And this, and is that why she gave it to me too? I'm always the one that's carrying these things around, huh? But to be honest, I don't think that I need it. I mean, if Argonian is anything to go off, no spirit is beyond change. I don't know if this was the greatest decision. Huh. The progress will now be saved. You will press prior to view the events at top temple tower? Huh? Okay. Will I actually? Oh, yeah, I will. So, this is the end of the main story of Explorers of the Spirit. This game is absolutely amazing. It was a real blast to play. The EOS team and all the people mentioned in the credits, of course, really did an amazing job with this game. But even though this is the last part from the main story, this won't be the last EOTS part. There will be some post-game content coming regarding the teams from different Romhacks included in here, but until then, I hope you had as much fun as I had with this game, and until next time, I wish you a great day, night, evening, whatever, and bye.